She was drinking alcohol. Baby, not ready for this. She's sad. Sometimes the torturous nature of being pregnant at a time when you don't want a child hits you like a train. Is that why you're drinking? Hi, and welcome to my channel. What a week it's been. What a week it's been. So my hard drive yesterday failed me. It didn't want to work. It was like, I'm not working today. Okay, bye-bye. From 10 a.m. all the way until 6:30, it was repairing. Luckily, it works now. But in the meantime, what I ended up doing was I ended up reinstalling The Sims on my computer, which took forever as well. And because I did that, I made a couple of changes to the game. One, I uninstalled Origin and installed the new EA kind of platform. And I also downloaded CurseForge. So let's see what's going on with Ellie. Ellie is, oh my God, she's pregnant with another unwanted baby. I don't want to experience this again. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. In the meantime, I have a whole family in The Sims and I have to get used to it. It's not just Ellie. They are currently on vacation and I'm pretty sure it's a holiday as well. So we have a couple of things to do in The Sims today. So it should be quite interesting. If you like chill Sims content, then do the YouTube Holy Trinity in the name of the like, comment, and subscribe. Let's play. All right, so here we are in the game. I also forgot to mention I did make my own preset. That's why the world looks like this. And I made my own preset since my game was downloading yesterday. I had to re-download my shader. So this is the game without a shader. This is with my preset. Things are a lot warmer. It's a little bit more saturated as well. There is something that I feel like is just a little bit wrong. Yes, you know what? I took out the levels. Oh, that looks so much better. I knew that there was something that was a little bit off. I'm sorry guys, this is gonna be a work in progress with my shader because I want it to be the perfect color, nice little purpley kind of pink tint, and for things to just look a lot brighter. That is what I want in my game. Ellie is pregnant. I have no idea where Marcel is. He's in school. Oh, what are they talking about? Let's see what they're talking about. Oh, she's complimenting his appearance. Chat with Marco. You know what? Is there a way where like Marco can probably convince her like, hey, having a second baby isn't that bad. I love being a dad, so it's cool that you got pregnant again. I want him to say that to her. Okay, so ask Marco to sever ties with Sim he cheated with. Okay, so Marco Marco has cheated on Ellie. He has unfortunately cheated on Ellie in the past. Not that Ellie has been very innocent because she had her little flirtations with Caleb, but he ended up cheating. And it ended up backfiring in his face because Eve is not only mean, but she's evil. So it ended up backfiring in his face. I mean, Ellie ended up forgiving him, but we've moved past it. Okay, so she's going to announce her unwanted pregnancy. She's like, hey, yesterday when we messed around in the tent, I got pregnant immediately. We've been on this vacation for a day. Pregnancy and uncertainty. Marco is open to the idea of having children, so he is fine with the news of his partner's pregnancy. It's even a little exciting. But his partner is not excited at all. Rather, they're distraught and freaking out. They don't want this baby. Marco is not sure what to say or do. I'm telling you, he should convince her like, hey, this is fine. I'm okay with you not pulling all of your weight. You know what I mean? I guess there are people in this world that would be okay with that. Here we go. Try to reassure about her pregnancy. She has nothing to worry about. She has her Sky mommy and she has Marco. She has nothing to worry about. Pray to me and you'll be okay. Oh, Marco. You're nasty, Marco. You're nasty. Not exactly in agreement. Ellie's partner took the news of the pregnancy more positively than Ellie herself. They're not unreasonably happy, but they still don't seem to really understand how Ellie feels. Ooh. What agency does Ellie really even have? What she wants to do always feels out of reach, replaced only with an overarching directive of what she has to do. She wants to be understood. She probably feels like Marco is great, but maybe he doesn't listen to her. Offer to go to counseling for unwanted pregnancy. I think that would be a good idea. Marcel is in preschool right now. They could spend time together, and I think this is how Marco would want to spend time together. He'd want to go to a class with her because he's excited for the baby. He wants this baby. Ooh, what a tough situation. That is a really tough situation. Oh, he's relaxing in the tent. Maybe he's not going to offer to go to a parenting class with Ellie. She's really upset. Maybe they can play cards together outdoors, hang out over here in this drier area, as opposed to hanging out around here. Ellie is slightly uncomfortable, which is understandable because that's what happens when you get pregnant. But they are playing cards. This is adorable. They're just outdoors. They're doing what Marco loves. I'm not sure if it's because of the weather or my preset, but it just feels so freaking dark. I think it's because it's dark outside. Also, I created this preset in this world, so it's supposed to look good in this world. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Okay, anyway. I'm being insecure. We're gonna try again to reassure Ellie about the pregnancy. They're having a really good time playing cards together. Their friendship is all the way up, and so is their romance. They should kind of agree to this. Got paid. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't like it. Ellie doesn't like how that conversation went. Ooh, he's pushing it. Okay. We won't try again today or right now. We're not going to push it. It is Harvest Fest. Maybe Ellie will go ahead and start a grand dinner. We're gonna do a turkey dinner. Or is it too early? I just realized that it's 10:34 a.m. in the sim world. It's cold, it's wet here. Oh, it's just like the weather here today. Cold, wet, dreary. That's how it feels in this game right now. What is she drinking? Stop drinking that. She was drinking alcohol, baby. Not ready for this. She's sad. Sometimes the torturous nature of being pregnant at a time when you don't want a child hits you like a train. Is that why you're drinking? And she's losing control. She's having a lot of mixed emotions underneath this flirty emotion. Marcel is back home. Can he play around here? There's not much Marcel can do. Maybe he can grab himself a stir. He's not even hungry. He's just dirty. She's a sloppy drunk. Oh, hold on a second. I just cannot imagine her being a sloppy drunk. Marco's a sloppy drunk too. They're not taking this pregnancy very well. Get some water. Start sobering up. Where's Marcel? I have to take a screenshot of this. My son, he loves Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sure he would find this somewhat appropriate. A super dirty toddler and then just a bear staring at it. He's not going to believe it. He's not going to believe this happened in my game. How's that? All right, that was fun. Please go inside, Marcel. Please don't ever scare me like that again. She is sobering up because she's having water. So Ellie has the adoring sentiment with Marcel. I think she's redeemable. She doesn't like the idea of being a parent. She is a parent though, but she's gonna have to be an adult about it and just truck through it. Can't all be about her. Oh, he's a sad drunk also, and a sloppy drunk. Maybe he feels like he's doing a terrible job being a parent. That's what he's feeling. He's sad and sloppy. He's like, just let me be a parent again, please. It's Ellie. You're not listening to her. I can have this conversation in my head all day. But that very well could be the disconnect between Ellie and Marco. It could just be that Ellie is just someone who maybe doesn't like the idea of being a parent and it has nothing to do with Marco. But Marco is taking it personally as if Ellie is probably saying she doesn't want to be a parent with him. That could be there. She looks so angry right now. She's like, okay, I cooked dinner. Is this going to be the rest of my life? Ugh. Ellie is just probably one of those people that, she's getting her life together. Things are working for her. She has a routine and now she's pregnant. She's going to have to start all over again. So, it could just very well be that she can't handle stress, which makes sense with the way that I've raised her. It has nothing to do with Marco. He's great. We love him, but that could probably why, he feels tense. And as he's drunk, he's sad. Oh, he's taking a bath now. Where's Marcel? I thought this was so cute to put an ironing board here. The idea of it is that this is kind of like a renovated cabin. So there are elements that are really nice and modern looking and kind of a bit more staged. And then there are elements that look a bit older. And I like that. I feel like it feels really cozy, lived in almost. So that's supposed to be the feeling of this house or this cabin. Very homey. I want to live here. That's how I feel right now. I'm vacationing here, but I want to live here. So let's call to meal. It is Harvest Fest. Perhaps they don't celebrate the holidays traditionally. I love when they slam the refrigerator. I always take it as like an attitude towards me. Hey, I heard you and Jason Cardinal. This is who Marco cheated with, by the way. Hey, I heard you and Jason Cardinal are good friends now. You're getting more popular. Clearly, you're a good person to know. Yes, Eve. Too good for you to know. Sabotage food? That'd be so messed up. No, Ellie's pregnant. We shouldn't do that. Grab a serving. She's like, hey, I just don't like kids. Maybe once you're like a teenager or a little bit older and we can actually have conversations, things will be much better. But right now, you're like a stinky little baby that doesn't know how to do anything, and I can't teach you things. It's a good thing that kids are so visual, because what he's gonna see her doing is working a ton, and she's famous, so she probably gets a ton of adoration from people, and he probably will grow up to admire that. Like, oh my God, she's so freaking cool. Everyone loves her. And maybe he aspires to that, but she's not very affectionate towards him. So I don't know. Maybe he gets more of his ideals from dad, who's a bit more affectionate, a bit more of, someone who is better with his emotions. He's emotionally intelligent. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that Marco is probably the emotionally intelligent one in the relationship. We're going to go ahead and compliment Ellie's appearance. We're going to butter her up a little bit before we go ahead and try to reassure her about pregnancy again. Oh. Marco is trying again. It's not helping that Marco is drunk at all throughout this conversation. I don't know if he's actually gonna listen to her, which is what her problem is. Ellie is having a mood swing. It's gonna last 8 hours. It says mood swing, irritable. Don't talk to Ellie right now. Also, everything better be exactly where it's supposed to be and work exactly as it's supposed to. The slightest thing out of line will make Ellie blow up in a fit of irritation. The joys of hormones and expecting a child. When I was pregnant, I once got mad at my partner for bringing me Chipotle with tomatoes on it. I don't like tomatoes. I always say no tomatoes. And the Chipotle had tomatoes, and I genuinely started crying, like big tears also. And he got so upset. He didn't understand why I was so upset with something so small. It's so funny that she's having that mood swing. Even though it's getting her mad, I think Marco is going to keep pressing on the issue. She does not like how that conversation went, and she's just sad right now. She's just not ready for this pregnancy. Ellie has a lot that she wants to do. She hasn't even been able to host a greet and meet. She loves to party. She hasn't been partying. She's a party animal. I can see why she's maybe feeling this way. And perhaps as Marco is trying to reassure her, he's telling her like, hey, trust me, we're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. We'll have parties, just not right now, which is reasonable. They'll have parties. She won't be able to party how she used to, but she can definitely have different kinds of parties. She misses her old life. You have to remember, Ellie was well taken care of with me. She didn't have to work. She could pursue anything that she wanted. She wanted to be a singer. Go ahead, baby. You wanted to be a partier? Go ahead. I was supporting her entire lifestyle. Now she has to work for the lifestyle. It's a big life change. Don't spoil your children out there. She's having fun though. She's dancing. We'll listen to S-pop since that's one of her wants. One of her whims. One of her wants. Because it's wants and likes now. Wants and fears? fears and likes. She's trying to enjoy herself. That's the important part, Ellie. Have fun. Let me take a look at Ellie's personality again. She's a dance machine. She's cheerful, a party animal, iconic, good manners. She's an introvert, which is a little bit odd. Poetic, kind, and altruistic people, always eager to help a good cause. Popular hobbies for INFPs include poetry, creative writing, music, photography, theater, and visual art. And she is a creative visionary, gregarious jester. It's kind of weird that she's gregarious and also an introvert. Perhaps because she isn't partying a lot right now, she has become a bit of an introvert. For Ellie to be her ideal self, I think she has to be a bit more social than what she's being right now. We're gonna shift a little bit when it comes to what she does. I'm gonna see how I can shift that a little bit so she's not at home, you know, all the time or by herself. Harvest Fest was awful. I honestly didn't pay attention to the holiday, but it was awful. For Marcel, it was successful. And for Marco, it was awful as well. This wasn't a good holiday. This wasn't a good vacation. Ellie's refusal to accept this pregnancy has ruined this vacation. There are so many questions going through Ellie's head right now, and most of them are negative. She chose to sleep outdoors this time. She doesn't even like to be outdoors. Night on the town. A night on the town actually sounds like a great idea. Instead of going straight home, perhaps they can stop somewhere and grab something to eat. I don't know if I have any restaurants in this world. Ellie is still really sad. I really want Marco to be annoying about this. I'm very sorry. I know that it makes Ellie feel like Marco is just not listening to her, but he's gonna have to be persistent about this because of me. First, let's butter her up. We're gonna ask to feel the baby. Aww. Oh. We're gonna have to cancel the vacation. I really wanted to redeem that vacation. Personality impression. Thanks to their compatible personalities, Marco Dream formed a positive impression towards Ellie Dream. This will help build a harmonious relationship between them. Really? So there's a new restaurant over here. It's a modern brunch restaurant. And Marco said, let's go. Marcel has been sent to daycare. He's fine. He's in preschool right now. We are going to request a table. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Oh, and they placed her right in the front, and she's a celebrity. I should have just picked the table. Oh, something went wrong. Why won't he sit down? Oh my gosh, this isn't enjoyable for Ellie. I mean, maybe she likes it. She still seems to be quite sad, and she is a bit uncomfortable because she is an introvert. She just has to get used to it again. Why won't he sit down? What if Ellie sits there? And then Marco can sit there? No, it's just still not letting him. For some reason, Marco, can't sit. Should they maybe request this table then? All right, we're finally able to order. They're both sitting. I honestly think that Marco would just do orange juice. Ellie would probably do water. It is the afternoon. I think Ellie's gonna have herself a garden salad since she could have also had a fruit salad. If they had a watermelon salad, that would have been even better. Marco's gonna have scrambled eggs with bacon. And that is it. And it's all for free. And let's just try this interaction again. Try to reassure about pregnancy. I think after they eat, I want them to go to counseling, and then I'm going to change her pregnancy wish. I'm not sure why he has to stand up for his interactions. This isn't working. Why? Why are they in two different places? Why is he oh my God. I wanted them to have like conversation about this pregnancy and for Marco to really, really, really try to reassure her about the pregnancy, but this isn't working. They can't sit together. They might as well have stayed home. You know what? But at least they got to go out for a night on the town. They got to eat something for free. Let's give up the table. And then he's gonna offer to go to counseling. They're gonna go to counseling. I think that's oh look, it's Eve. All right, let's see how they feel about that. Marco is sad. This session didn't help Marco feel understood or feel better about the situation. But Ellie feels like it was helpful enough. It was good to discuss feelings about this with a professional. So again, I think that Ellie just probably felt like she wasn't being heard. Let's go home. Let's go home. Okay, so we are back home. Ellie is still sad about this pregnancy. Where is Marco and where are they? Oh, they're right next to each other. And she's eating a garden salad again after. Oh no. Oh no, the interaction looks awful. You tried, Marco. You tried. I know what'll make Ellie feel better. Fixing up the house a little bit. They have a lot of money. They can fix up these roofs. Like, let's get it together. So the way I did those roofs, so I went in, I copied and pasted right behind it. I pressed Shift, and then I hide it all right there. I blend all of that in. That looks a bit better. Perhaps, can we do this? And then bring that forward. That looks even better. And then we do the same with this side. At the time of making it, I didn't think I wanted white at all. I wanted it to be a really beige kind of house. So sad, so beige. But it was just one of those generic houses that you kind of fall in love with because it's your first house that you're looking at. That's what I wanted it to look like. Perhaps we can put like a nice little patio back here. All right, I might have gotten a little bit carried away on the backyard, but I really got into redecorating. I definitely want to add more to their backyard, maybe a little kiddie pool, definitely a lot more kid stuff in the backyard. But for right now, this is what we have. I feel like this is really cute for a little family that maybe wants to spend time outdoors. Ellie has her stuff to continue planting over here. There's just some random stuff here. I think that's a pretty cute backyard, and perhaps that can change Ellie's mind. Oh, she's in the toilet. Marco is pranking her. He went into the bathroom to fart. What's wrong with him? Let's go discover what we're having. So Ellie is getting an ultrasound. It's always fascinating to see the invisible through the magic of science. Your baby will be born a girl! We're gonna have a girl. Okay, and she is inspired. So she learned baby's birth gender. Ellie wonders what kind of sim her child will be. Learning their birth gender helps make a sharper idea of it. And now she paints a mental picture of what they might come to look like. Imagining for them a combination of features from each side of the family. And suddenly the baby feels more real. Present already. But of course, Ellie does not want to stereotype. Not to forget, she can't assume that her child will identify with their birth gender once a little older. Interesting. So for me, that's what does it. That is what does it for me. We're going to define her pregnancy wish, and I'm going to have her as neutral regarding having a child. She's still going to have this sentiment for a little bit, but hopefully the next time that we come into the game, she's no longer feeling so sad about being pregnant, and it's no longer an unwanted pregnancy. And then we can continue working on her relationship with Marco. They seem just fine. He did prank Ellie, and that kind of annoyed her, but they're just fine other than that. And this is where I'm going to end it. Oh my Lord. This mod is hard. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm not doing enough of the other interactions. So in my eyes, Ellie has finally come to terms with having a child, and it is possibly after finding out the gender of the child, which I'm really excited about because it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a girl. Let's just face it, it's easier giving a girl a makeover than it is a boy in The Sims. Let's just be real about it. We do now have a rival for Generation 2, and I mean, there could be a little bit of competition between brother and sister. That might be fun. I'm done. I'm done playing for today. I played for a little bit longer than I normally play, so this video is gonna take me forever to edit, and I'm pretty exhausted. So bye. I feel like we didn't interact at all with Marcel throughout this episode, the baby is already overshadowing Marcel. We definitely have to focus on Marcel, but let's face it, there's not much that you can do with a toddler, so we'll focus more on him when he's a child.